Hey guys, this is our intro to Motec,
You think
and
to be about an hour?
we're just gonna walk through this a little bit. No, not even that long. Maybe a half an hour is all it's gonna take.
Oh, okay. All right, that's cool. Yeah, I mean,
Okay.
no, I don't have a calendar schedule or anything, so I was just curious.
All right. So you got Motec up, and it looks probably just like mine so far, right?
I don't even have it. I have it. All I have is the front screen where you create a project, open a project. Haven't even got past that yet. I do have a couple of telemetry files. I just don't have anything open.
Okay, no,
Are you
that's fine.
talking about? Are you
But
talking about what I'm seeing for you?
yes. So
Oh yeah, yeah. No, yeah. Your cursor's moving around the screen.
you've seen Motec this far. Okay.
Yes. Yeah.
All right. So let me go get some files here, and we'll just kind of walk through some stuff that I did here this morning.
Cool.
All right. So, oops, overview. Okay. So this is our main
Yeah.
screen.
Hmm.
And on our left over here, we have our laps file that
Yeah.
just opened up, and you got the track down the bottom left.
Cool.
And then here we got our ride heights where the car is sitting right now. So I got a
Hmm.
point 0.4 and a point 0.6, point 0.4 and a 0.93. Okay, down
Hmm.
at the bottom, we got wheel spin.
Oh.
That's what that
Okay.
is. So that tells you that one tire is spinning more than the other tire is spinning.
Ooh,
Okay.
that's interesting. I hadn't noticed that before.
So if that gets too far out of whack, then you got issues. And there's another place we can see that too later on.
Okay.
So the middle screen, you got your track. All right.
Yeah.
And then these are all corresponding numbers to what's down here.
Okay.
All right.
Okay.
So then the very middle, this is more of a quick brief summary. This is what this page is right here.
Hmm.
So we got our ride heights going down through here, ride heights,
Okay.
downforce. Okay, which downforce we're
Oh.
not really using a lot right now. Actually, since the patch, we don't. I don't. I don't even
Yeah.
look at downforce anymore.
Oh
Since the
yeah.
patch, yeah, don't even look
Okay.
at it. We got up here, we got our horsepower, RPM, speed, water
Oh,
temperatures,
okay.
and
Oh wow.
there's our tires off to the right side
Okay.
here. And you'll
Oh.
notice that there's no temperature here, huh?
Right.
Because this particular track, if I go to the next lap, now you can see the tire
Oh.
temps start to build up. So if
Okay.
you had a 20 lap run down here, you might want to take a look at say lap 10 versus lap 15
Right.
on your tire temps, how they reacted
Okay.
is one possibility. Then
Cool.
down here, diffuser volume, side rake, center rake,
Ooh.
and rake angle. So
Okay.
that's the first screen.
Wow.
So as a quick, if you want to say quickly, where am I bottoming out?
Hmm.
You look on this column right here. I got a negative oh 08, negative 4, 3, and that's a plus 2.
Yeah. Uh-huh.
So left front is a big. So I double click on this number right here. Just go click click.
Uh-huh.
It'll put this line right there where that negative oh 08 is at.
Okay.
Now
Okay.
now I go to my left front, and you see the negative oh 08,
Okay.
which that's that
Negative.
rough. Yeah,
Yeah, the bumps.
that's where the bumps are on the back straightaway. The whole thing bottoms out right there, right?
Right. So is negative meaning is zero bottom? And negative is
Yes.
less. Okay.
Yeah, that's sunk into the asphalt. And then while yeah, and then while you're here, you can take your arrow keys and step this over a little bit at a time.
Oh, okay.
So I'm stepping over one piece at
Oh.
it's a little bit at a time to each bump.
Right.
So if you want to
Wow.
get more specific, where it's right there, negative zero
Mm-hmm.
2. So you can dial it even closer by doing that.
Okay. Oh, wow. Fascinating.
Okay, ride heights. So this brings it in even more. Um,
Oh.
so you can really get more detail into where it's at. And then let's see
Mm-hmm.
if I take my cursor and scroll in and out.
Oh, widens it out.
Yeah, I see the top of my screen. There's that 2.
Uh-huh.
I'm on a second lap, and I'm working that space right there.
Oh, okay.
So I can do that,
Huh.
and
Wow.
then take my cursor to whichever button I want to see. Okay.
Oh, okay.
And I scroll
Oh.
back out until that 2 up
Wow.
there gets where it's supposed to be. And then
Okay.
if for me, if it gets out of whack, I just go to a different lap and then come back to it.
Then it starts over again.
Yeah, puts it back.
So so basically when that green box up there on top, that's the whole lap from, is that what it's
Right.
showing?
That's lap
Okay.
2.
Okay. Okay. And the little green line after the two is where you're looking on the lap with that line. Okay.
Right.
Yeah.
So here
Okay.
again, so here's my minus zero 0.8. I can just double click on this,
Mm-hmm.
and it takes me right to where that point is.
Oh wow.
Let's see, right rear, right height. The lowest was right there on my right
Okay.
rear.
Yeah, so you kind of see where each one is.
Yeah, and you got the map over in your bottom left. So, oh,
Uh,
that was on corner exit. That's not up there in that meatball stuff.
uh,
That's in corner
okay.
exit. I'm at .02, so my car is probably dumped on the right rear spring.
Okay.
Okay, arrow.
Oh,
Um,
that's my
I'm
dog.
not doing a lot with this. There's your downforce again, unless they do another patch where this all comes into play again. But right now, it's not in play
Right.
for the most part. Rake
Okay.
angle, not really in play anymore. But this is all. We may need this stuff again later, so who
Right.
knows?
Well, sure.
Suspension
Histogram.
histogram.
Yeah.
Okay, for me this is junk, and I'll show you why here in a few minutes. But for me, this is not panned out the way they. Maybe for road courses,
Hmm.
but according to this yellow bar in the middle, that's my spring. That
hmm
spring is too soft, and this spring is too hard.
Okay.
And I think I'm running 4,300 pound springs across the front on this.
Hmm.
So it's not relative. Yeah, it doesn't work for me.
Okay.
All
Okay.
right, wheel spin.
Interesting.
Okay, this is a very good graph. We'll show you this. We'll come back to this one later. But this will show
Oh.
you. Let me see. Where are we on the track? If you go to, if I take my cursor over here,
Mm-hmm.
and I know, oh,
Oh.
there's the meatball patch, right?
Yep. Yep.
And you can see here how much these tires are
Uh
spinning in the air.
huh.
Look at the blue one here. Right rear wheel spin, 2.13. Left front's a negative 0.23. So I mean, it's just a
Oh.
mess.
Oh wow.
So all that's in there.
So
Fascinating.
just to clear that, wheel spin is the difference between the ground speed and that wheel speed. So that difference represents a spin. Right?
Okay.
So if the right rear spinning is has a positive number, it's spinning faster than the forward speed of the car. So
Yeah. Not good.
right rear is spinning 2 miles faster than the car.
Oh, that's wow. Ah.
I didn't notice this, but these they got the lines down here below.
Yeah.
They're way down here.
Yeah. So
That's a rough
yeah,
patch.
yeah, it's rough. Right.
Hmm.
Okay, so for right there, you see how they're all up above the.
Mm-hmm. Yep.
Okay, that's interesting. It's a rough patch back there. You tear that car up. Okay,
Oh yes.
engine dyno. Okay, so this is going to show us. Let's see. I go over here to, and I'll show you later, but something else. So my maximum horsepower was right there.
Okay. Yeah.
Okay, and you see my RPM does go up higher after, but I'm out of horsepower anyway. I'm not really producing.
Mm-hmm.
And my speed at that point was 190 miles an hour at my max horsepower.
Okay.
Okay, and
Okay. Yeah.
and
100%.
engine torque will be relative to your corner. Uh, See if you get when you get into the corners
Yeah.
coming out, then your torque comes up, and once you level out, then torque goes down. Torque goes down, horsepower comes up.
Okay. Right. Yeah. That makes sense.
All right, track report. This one here is wheel spin. So this is a good one. So there's our rough patch on the back straightaway. We're looking like wheel spin we get right there.
Wow.
What was that? Somebody yelling at the dog?
Oh, that's my dog. I've got the door closed. She's barking at the cat.
Okay. But we see wheel spin in here, and these could be bumps as well, and not necessarily an overspinning or a loose condition,
Mm-hmm. Okay.
or it could be a loose condition too. Oh yeah, well California.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, that could get right here coming out of turn. Yeah, this can get a little loose if you're down here down low. It'll get a little loose. You'll get a wheel spin. All right,
Okay.
and it's also showing me off throttle, isn't it? Brake pedal position. Yeah, so this is just showing me the white's showing me off throttle, and if I was applying the brake, it'd be up here in red. So you can look at your
Oh,
driving
okay.
style and say, look, I'm braking too soon.
Mm-hmm.
I'm off throttle 100%, where maybe I want to carry 10% through there, but I'm not doing it, and you catch yourself making mistakes.
Okay. Yeah, I like that. I was just getting ready to ask what the light colored ones, but that makes total
hmm
sense. I like
So
that.
yeah, the green here is throttle position
Cool.
compared to non-throttle position.
Oh, wow. Okay. Wow. That's a
Diffuser,
lot of stuff.
yeah, not using the downforce on this one either. Diffuser volume, I've been trying to work on this. I believe your goal here is to get this as smooth as possible.
Okay.
right? But you're going to have
Right.
a variance in the corners, which actually we get most of our diffuser uh, downforce, if you will, in the corners as compared to the straightaways. Because down the straightaway, the front end picks back up. But in the corners, the car likes to squat down. You get good diffuser
Yeah.
right here.
That would make sense. Okay.
Yeah. All right. So the garage, this is actually
Uh,
pretty cool. So,
I've seen pictures of this. Yeah.
okay. So if I was in my program, I go, what gear was I running when I did this? I have to go out of this, go back to my garage, and see where's my gear, instead of sitting
Mhm.
right here in front of me.
Oh, okay. Okay.
Okay. Or what was my springs at on this? What was my shocks at? Was I running a 10? I did have
Hmm.
10s over here. I need to go back now and make these five or make these fives into 10s. So you can kind of get a snapshot of what you're doing. My crossfade is
Okay.
57.2. See, okay. And then as you get more files loaded,
Hmm.
go back and compare them. So this is a 4.8. This is a 14.4. I had a 14.2. What was different? Oh, look at the shocks was different. Oh, this had a different
Okay.
gear. Now you can compare your three or four
Oh.
setups to each other on this screen instead
Hmm.
of taking snapshots of your setup on your phone and
Exactly. I
stuff.
was just gonna say, yeah, you'd have to take pictures to have you can go back and look at them. I got you on
That's what
that.
I do.
Cool. Yes, I've taken pictures of your videos on the screen on
Yeah,
the
I
setup
was
shots,
filling
so I can
up.
go back and look at them.
I was filling up the pictures on my phone. That's enough of
Yeah,
that.
I think I have more of those than I have family pictures in the last month.
yeah.
Can I see pictures of your family? No.
Yeah.
How about my wrist
How about
tabs?
my
Those are
setup?
fun.
Yeah.
When I
My
got my setups, how about those?
wife just rolls her eyes.
Yeah, I got a picture of Marty's pancake. Want to see that?
Yeah.
Okay, so that's the next gen tab, and then we go
Mm,
into tire details. Now
my
this one is
gosh.
pretty cool.
Oh.
This is Marty's favorite. So on this lap, you can see by the colors. Okay, I'm on the left front tire at this point. Now the scales are different
Mm,
for each tire. So this tire only goes to 104. It's the left front doesn't get hot anyway. But you can
okay.
see where that left front tire is getting its heat from. So
Oh,
let's go to the
okay.
right front.
Oh.
Okay, there's the right front,
Oh,
and
wow.
and you can see that this is where I'm. Look at this
Yeah.
turnover. Look at the turnover here in one and two. It's
Oh.
hotter than three and four.
Well, and I'm assuming that's because as you're coming out, the car can roll easier onto the front stretch where the angle of the corner is still sharper on coming out of two.
Right. So maybe I
Okay.
want to loosen this up a little bit more over here to
Uh-huh.
try and get that color down in one and two.
Hmm.
Maybe I'm
Okay.
tight. Maybe I should. It's just something I should probably want to take a look at to see if I can get that lowered over there.
Well, and that's the cool idea is that you can make those adjustments and then go and then run and then go back and look and see what the change was, what it did.
Yep. So
Wow.
let's change this over. Let's go. That's our primer. That's lap one.
Huh.
And I click over here and I go. Let's see what lap three was. So lap one is the inside lap.
Oh, okay. Huh.
So you can put your
Oh,
laps up like that.
cool.
And so,
Oh, that's awesome.
all right, cool.
That is awesome. Oh, that's very
Okay.
cool.
And you do it for each tire if you want to see
Yeah.
which one's got
Which
the
one's?
issue.
Yeah, yeah, exactly.
All right, and then we got track views. Now this one
Oh,
is way cool. Now this replaces my shock histogram for me.
okay.
So the red and
Hmm.
you got the bright red and the blue. So the
Well,
bright the bright red tells me that shock was out of range, and the
oh,
dark blue is out of range. I want this to be somewhere here in this
okay.
well, below the red and above the dark blue.
Yeah, the middle parts.
Yeah, middle
Okay.
parts. Okay.
Wow.
So this tells me I got issue, and that's that bad spot.
Yeah.
Okay.
Not sure you do a whole much about
So
that.
that's the left rear, right
Okay.
front. So the first thing I would do if I saw this bright red, I'd go look at my
Hmm.
slope. I would increase the
Okay.
slope because the slope's going to be out here. If you saw the shock video that Tom and I did,
Mm.
so the slope is out here. The slope is going to be these last three out here, and the knee is probably going to be right, Tom, the next two, and then the
Yeah.
toes are going to be the two in the center.
Oh, okay.
So it's yeah. So those colors match up to your shock setting. So like Bob said, the Out there, the 6 to 10 is your slope, and then the 2 to 4 would be your high speed, and then
Okay.
your 0 is your low speed.
Oh, okay. Okay.
So
Oh,
yeah, so
wow.
if you watch the video, so those numbers there map directly to shock velocities, and
Okay.
those groupings map directly to the shock controls.
Okay. All right. Cool. And then
So
right rear.
yeah, pretty sure
Oh,
this right rear. Right rear's doing pretty good. You're not going to get away from this stuff right in the middle. There's no way. I've
yeah.
tried. It's not going to happen.
yeah, exactly.
But so we know that. We know we got a couple issues, a couple spots of the track, but the rest of the track, try and smooth out the best we can.
Okay.
Okay, so track views. And then suspension details. This is Tom's high-tech stuff with these scatter things, if you want to look at
Oh,
them.
So
okay.
so the idea there is to the workbook has a layer that's easier for a simplified use, and then there's also the details behind stuff if people want to get deeper into these setups and configurations.
Oh,
Some people are more techy than others, right? So
right,
there's a
right,
balance between how deep you want to go with it, right? Me,
right.
I like to go deep. I love these pages. I can tell so much from them.
Wow.
Yeah,
Oh, fascinating.
those are pretty high tech. But if you want to really dissect shocks, that's where these pages come
Okay.
into
Okay.
play. But most people don't need them, right?
Right. Wow.
Okay, hold on. So I got a couple samples I want to throw out there, show you real quick.
Okay.
Okay, so this is the, oops. This one. Yeah. Okay, so this one. So different from the stock setup. This one now has, and see, I went right to the garage to show you.
Oh,
I got all twos. I took every
yeah.
shock down to a two. All right. So just
Hmm.
for kicks. Okay.
Oh,
So, all
okay.
right. So the outside ring is a stock setup. The inside ring is all twos on the shocks. And now
Oh,
look at all the reds and blues.
no kidding. Looks like a rainbow.
So when you work on your setup, this is that's a
Yeah,
bad sample. I
that's a
got issues.
problem.
Yeah. Okay.
So you can figure it gives you a more visual idea of where you want to go
Now
versus
remember,
not.
I was nervous about using the green color, but you also don't want it to be all green either. That means you just got everything locked down hard, unless you
Right.
chose to lock down the shocks, right?
Okay.
So I call them sprinkles of colors, but you don't want
hmm
wide bands of colors.
Okay. Yeah.
That's
So the
so my eyes are looking for the wide bands first.
okay. Right. So the shocks are working, so you can see what they're doing.
So on this one, this is the right front shock, and see how they're pretty. Like Tom was just saying, they're pretty close to each other. I've got
hmm
too much shock going on in that right front
Okay.
because remember one of them set at 10 and one of them set at 2.
hmm
The 10 didn't do me much good. Okay, so that was that sample, and then the other one. 2, 3. This is going to be, oops, in my engine dyno. But first, my gear on this is a 385.
okay.
Okay, 385 was stock.
Okay.
Now I go over and click on my horsepower. Double click on that. Okay, so my maximum horsepower was hit at 588. I was doing 189 miles an hour. Okay.
Hmm.
RPM was what, 86? I don't have my glasses on, but 86, something like that.
Yeah, I think so.
Oops, which one do I have? I forgot which one I have. Sharing. Oh, sharing 2. That's sharing 2. So I need the other one. 2. It's going to be. I'm going to go all the way down here. Okay, now this time.
Okay.
Oh, was it 385? It's 382.
3. Yeah.
Okay, so this time,
Oh,
there it is. So
191.
191. And
Hmm.
my RPM, I think, stayed about the same.
Yeah. Yeah, as far as I could tell, yeah. Oh, well, that's
8832.
fascinating.
So just by changing that gear, I picked up 3 miles an hour based
Cool.
off where my horsepower was. So that's
Because that,
just
yeah, the horsepower stayed the same, right?
right. The
588.
motor's only give you so much.
But yeah, the gear helped it. Oh. Oh, wow, that's cool. Hmm. Very interesting. Man, you could spend hours poring over this stuff.
Oh, this is my fastest one. What's this?
382.
Why did it say 382 again? I run the same thing. If I change.
So you can
Uh,
click one of those setups in white. Go back to your garage and click a white dot on one of the other setups. Have you done that? White. Yeah. If you can read small enough, you'll see the different
Oh,
gears between
oh,
those two
there it is.
setups.
There's the
oh,
390.
82, and there's a 90.
Oh, I can't get three of them, huh?
Yeah,
Just showed me two.
that's not.
All right. So I wanted the 390 one.
There it is.
There we go.
Dyno. 91, 588.
Oh, the 390 was one. It was the 187. Okay, I'm looking at the
Oh,
wrong
so that
thing.
was actually, yeah, so the 390 actually lost a little bit.
Yeah. So it was the 382 that was the fastest then.
Yeah. Is that because I was getting mixed up on gears that it got there too quick,
Yeah.
so it lets it work longer down the lower for the top end? I don't know if that makes any sense at all.
Yeah. The 390 would be more of a fourth gear, and the 382 is more of a third gear.
Right. Okay. Okay.
No, I said it
Huh.
backwards. I got that
Or
backwards.
Put it backwards.
I,
Fourth gear is 380.
okay.
All right. So that's just something that's showing you that you can do with it. I mean, that's
Yeah.
one of the cool things you can do with it. And then, like I say, the cool thing is, double clicking here to find out where on the
Shows you where
map
you
you're
were on the.
having. Right.
Yeah, I like that. Okay, so if I could ask a question, I
Yep.
am totally unfamiliar with rake and what that is or what that is indicating or what part that's showing about.
The rake.
Yeah,
So,
I've never heard of that.
so the rake is the measurement difference between the height of the nose versus the height of the back.
Oh, okay. Okay, I wouldn't. Okay, that makes sense.
So when I was
Remember,
growing up, all the white guys' cars were raked and all the lowriders were level.
that's what I was gonna say. Don't you remember those?
All right, yes, definitely. Okay. Ah, well, that seems like the one thing that I think it was the California one that the front of the cars were higher than they had lowered all the back of the car, and my first guess was that to get this back of the car out of the air so they could get more top end, because usually the front is always just sucked down to the track, especially in corners. I know that. I just thought that looked interesting.
Yeah. So I'm seeing. So okay, this okay. Pre-patch,
Hmm.
we were Tom and I were measuring rake on the car, and the more rake we got, the more downforce we had on the car.
Okay,
Well,
that would make sense.
yep. After patch, they said, no, 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 we're not doing that no more. They went with ride height and diffuser volume on how much air they
Oh,
get underneath the car, thus sucking the car down to the ground to give
to
you your
let the bottom of
downforce.
the car do it. Okay, yeah. I grew up in the IndyCar world, so ground effects. That's where all
There you go.
that exactly. Okay, okay, and that makes more sense because with the diffuser down there, they want that to do its job, and so that makes more sense. I think they even commented about that on TV last week or this week.
Right. So now, for me, the way we set these cards up is I take my little red dot right here and I put it right in
Hmm.
the middle of the corner and I look at these over here 54, 55, 56, 46,
Hmm.
50. Those have got to be like that, lower on the left and higher on the right. And
Right.
I put it on this corner, right dead in the middle,
Uh huh.
and see if that one washes
Okay.
out. And that looks good.
Oh. Okay. Okay.
But then you also want to make sure that the back is higher than the front.
Okay.
See what I'm saying?
Yeah. Yeah.
Um,
Okay.
so you still need some rake to the car.
Mhm.
Um, and then we don't worry about so much what's on the back straightaway. Where here you can
Right.
see
Oh
my
well.
my left rear is lower than my left front.
Yeah. Hmm.
So I still think they got to fix that. I don't know, but maybe that's just the way the car is.
Yeah. That's interesting. Yeah. Wow.
Yeah. So for me, so I do this setup. So I'll put the car over here, and then
Yep.
start looking at the springs.
Mhm.
And what do I got right here? This has got a 40.
3,
So
4,
these are
5.
actually these are rounded off. So
Okay.
this left is probably a 4100, and there's going to be
Right.
a 4500 on the right.
Okay.
That look through is
Right.
a 1500.
Yeah. I mean, yeah.
So you kind of
Yeah,
get that.
there's a problem in the conversion between Motec and iRacing that I s- I gave up on. I
Yeah.
chased down.
well, I'd say that's you get the real base general idea right there. I mean, that's still pretty
Yeah,
specific.
pick your
Cool.
spring that's closest to that number, and you'll be fine.
Right. Right. Okay.
All right,
Fascinating.
questions? Pretty. I mean, once you know where the buttons are, it's pretty straightforward from there.
Well, yeah, that's kind of what I mean, I'm a number geek. Now, understanding the numbers and how to use them, that's the part that you have to learn, but just seeing the visual of the track and where you put the little red dot and what it looks at, and then I go through and I want to like run laps and then compare the laps and everything, and that's where all the knowledge is going to start picking up. That's just really cool.
Yeah. This one here is going to be
It helps a lot with the just
huge.
the short little explanation because I watch your videos and I'm like, what the hell is he talking about?
And my last video, I gotta stop myself. I gotta do more Motec stuff uh, on my videos and show. Okay, this is what my Motec looks like on this, and so I gotta work on that
Yeah,
next time.
I was we had gone to bed one night, me and my wife, and we were watching TV, and it was the first time I'd ever watched one of your videos, and I didn't understand most of it, but it was very cool to me. And I didn't have headphones on, and so my wife could hear it. And she's like, "What are you watching?" I'm like, "Oh, this guy's talking about race cars and setups." She goes, "Oh, okay." And then she completely tuned me out after that. But it
Yeah,
was just,
yeah, I
yeah,
get that one.
I mean, it's fascinating to me to understand all this stuff. I hope I can start learning and how to use it more in doing things because, like right now, like clicking on buttons in the garage and changing setups very basically, I'm like, well, I don't know if this is the right thing or not. I'm just going to do it and see. But now I have a better idea of how to get there, and that's going to be very cool.
Yeah, it is. Yeah, once you know what buttons to push in here, and then and you go out and you test something. Say, okay, what happens if I do this over here? And you come back
Hmm.
and you can see the results.
Yes, that's the part that I really like when you say that because visual. It's not just in your head. You have to figure it out. You can actually see it, and you can put what you thought into what you see. I like that. That's very very awesome.
Yeah, yeah.
Thank you. That's
All right.
good.
Yeah, I think that's all we got for here, guys. Tom, anything
Yeah.
else?
No, I think that's more than enough for to get somebody started with this thing.
Yeah. I keep telling my wife I need to retire so I can do iRacing more, and this is just adds to that. I just need to retire so I can just do this all darn day.
There you
This is
go.
cool. Awesome. Thank you guys. I really appreciate all the work you guys do. It's just fascinating to watch and read about.
All right, I'm gonna shut the video off here. Everybody say Happy Race Day. Happy Race Day from
Happy race
Buster's.
day. All
Or,
right.
all right, we're out. Bye.
Thanks, guys. Bye bye.
Take care.